Here are the top 10 items Jodie and I take for a day out shopping or to the park. Plus there's a bonus tip at the end. Number 1 is a leash. I recommend nylon. I like to knot the leash at the end so that I can slip it over my wrist, and that way I have two hands free. Always have your cat on a leash and make sure they are microchipped and have an Airtag if possible. Also make sure your cat is up to date on vaccinations, especially outdoor vaccinations like rabies and feline leukemia. So number 2 is treats or food. I like to have these on hand so that I can work with Jodie on positive association. For example, if she sees a dog or if she gets freaked out by a car, just things that she's startled by, I like to give her a little piece of treat. Another thing I like to do is bring along their food if you will be out during your cat's mealtime, and that way they can make positive associations with being outside and taking trips with their meal times as well. Number 3, pet-friendly wipes for feet and face. I let people pet Jodie all the time because I want her to be socialized. But at the end of the day, that's a lot of people's hands on your pet. So before we get back in the car, I like to wipe her hands and feet and also her head and face. I cut up pet-friendly wipes into halves and fourths, and I like to have these in the stroller or my backpack. Number 4 is calming spray. This is a scent-based spray that you can spray into your carrier or your stroller 10 to 15 minutes before your cat gets in. And this is supposed to relax them and calm them down a little bit. The effectiveness of this spray actually depends on your cat. If your cat tends to be more on the stressed out side, then this will be more effective. For Jodie, I don't use it that often. I like to spray it as a preventative just in case I think there's going to be crowds of people or just an unfamiliar territory. In general, we don't use it too much, but I like to have it on hand. Number 5 is a clicker. And this I like to have on hand if we're practicing tricks outside or if I'm practicing walking in a different area and I want her to get the reinforcement of a yes. So number 6 is a top blanket. And this is just a tiny blanket that goes on top of your kitty when she's cold. Jodie's is made of an old fleece robe that I've cut up into her size. Number 7 is a self-heating bed pad. And if you haven't seen these, they're like a thin cushion that includes mylar or like a self-reflecting material inside that helps keep your kitty warm with their own body heat. And this I like to line the bottom of the stroller just so that it's cushy, it's comfortable, and it's warm. Number 8 is a portable heating pad. This item we use when the temperature dips below 69 degrees, and I notice that Jodie starts to shiver around this temperature, especially if there's no sun. I've modified this heating pad for Jodie. It's actually a woman's cramp heating pad. There used to be straps on it that I've cut off, and it has portable batteries that are rechargeable, and I have 2 inside the stroller that I swap out. Number 9 is a portable rechargeable fan that you can attach to the side of your stroller. Just as some days are too cold for your cat, some days might be too warm. Because cats are not very good at regulating their own body temperature, I like to have this fan so that Jodie can cool off when the temperature gets too warm. Number 10, this is a stroller. Now, this is an optional item, of course, and sometimes we will not take a stroller if I'm going out for 5 minutes or if we're taking a walk real quick outside. It's not completely necessary to have a stroller. The best thing about a stroller is that it provides a safe haven because it's kind of like a portable home for them. So if Jodie is scared by something or she sees a dog or something that she's uncomfortable with, she'll actually jump back in the stroller. Jodie will also jump back in the stroller if she's tired or if she's cold or if she's uncomfortable in any way. And so this is a really good indicator for me on how she's doing. Here's a bonus tip. If your cat is properly litter trained at home and they have no issues, they will most likely be fine outside. If we're going to be out for more than that, I like to take a portable litter box in my car. Also water. Cats are notorious for not needing to drink a lot of water, and I make sure that Jodie is hydrated properly before and after our outing. If you will be out for more than 6 hours, I would take some water with you, but again, it's not something that I always take every time we go out. So I hope these tips were helpful. and check out this video for how to leash train your cat.